Okay, today we're going to switch it up and we are going to listen to the top 10 debuts of this week in 1973. If we're being totally honest, if I just listen to the top 10 every week, it's going to be it's a lot of the same songs over and over and over and over and over again. So rather than listening to a song that's been in the top 40 for like 13 weeks, I'm going to listen to the freshie this week and see how that goes. Here's another thing. It seems like there's no real rock and roll in the top 10. You know what I mean? I think you got to get further down to get some rock and roll, because Crocodile Rock, it's fine, and the Rockin' Pneumonia and the Boogie Woogie Flu, that's cute, you know, but that's not rock and roll. I know a lot of people would argue with me about that, but to me, that's not rock and roll, you know? Give me the Beatles or Zeppelin or something. I don't know. Okay, let's start. The first one is One of the Boys by Mott the Hoople, or Mott the Hoople. I'm going to say Hoople. Mott the Hoople. I have never heard this before. Hope you have. Okay, that was a strong start. We started off with Mott the Hoople. And you know, it's got a whole lot of Rolling Stones to it. It's got a lot of Kiss to it. The chord progression is clunky. And in the beginning I was like, well, how are they gonna? Maybe they're playing that clunky chord progression because there's a guitar solo coming that's gonna fit over that clunky chord progression. And then you get to the place where you think that guitar solo is gonna come in, nothing. They just rhythm guitar. And then later, the guitar comes in, but it never plays over that clunky part. And it's a lot of Southern rock. It's a lot of Southern rock, minor pentatonic, jerk off stuff. And but on the positive side, I think somebody had a kill switch in there. You know, he was getting the like Buckethead. You know. Like Led Zeppelin. No, wait, that's not right. Not Led Zeppelin. Van Halen. The kill switch. That's what I think. The next one. I mean, that was rock and roll. This is the first real rock and roll, I think, that I think of as rock and roll that I've listened to in the 1970s. Don't Burn Me by Paul Kelly. Okay, Don't Burn Me by Paul Kelly. Don't burn me. Don't burn me. It's good, honestly. The R&B artists are putting up really interesting music. And, when I watch these old heads talk about rock and roll back in the 70s, they always talk about how complex the music was. But these R&B artists they're the ones putting in work. And, I'm not saying Don't Burn Me should have been bigger. I never heard this song before, and it's serviceable. It's not like there's a reason that I probably never heard it before. But I could see it playing in the back of a movie for a little bit. It's a little clunky again, a little clunky. And both of the tracks, minimum 15-second fade out. 1973 fade outs. Okay, Love Is What You Make It, The Grassroots. Okay, that was Love Is What You Make It by the Grassroots. And I'll tell you something, that's bop. Yeah, love is what you make it. Doy, yoy, yoy, bop. Dop, dop, do. I mean, go listen to it. It's bop. I had no idea those kids stole bop. Their parents should be ashamed. I bet their parents put them up to that. They had an old The Grassroots record, and they were like, kids, we're starting a band. We're going to rewrite this song. It worked. Okay? No hate. You know why? Because it worked. Good on you, bop. They stole that song. Okay? That is bop by The Grassroots. Okay? I hope they had to pay a lot of royalties. The next song whew, that one caught me off guard. I didn't realize we were going to go so deep today. Dead Skunk by Loudon Wainwright the Third. Loudon Wainwright the Third. Man, you know that guy's got a trust fund. You know? Dead Skunk. Loudon Wainwright the Third. Okay, well that's everything that's wrong with rock and roll right there. That was terrible. That was bad. Okay, if you're looking to hear some truly mediocre, soulless, lifeless 1973 horse shit, Dead Skunk by, I don't know what I expected there. I expected better. Like, that made the charts. You know what? I'm not going to let that get me down. The next one, but I'm not going to forget Loudon Wainwright the Third. I'm going to remember that name. The next song, debuting at 86 on the charts, Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye by Gladys Knight and the Pips. I have optimism for this one. Wow. So Gladys Knight and the Pips are dope. I mean, this isn't my kind of music, but they knew what they were doing. They knew how to put together a song. They had like a 60-second bridge in the middle that totally changed the pace and kept you interested. They did a really good job. This one had the last one had a 20-second fade out. This one, 45-second fade out, man. The 70s fade out is so real. Woo. Okay, that was Neither One of Us Wants to Be the First to Say Goodbye. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Really good. Really good. But not going to be the biggest hit you've ever heard. But compared to Dead Skunk, though, Okay. Yeah. We're gonna leave Dead Skunk alone. Today I Started Loving You Again by Bettye Swann. I know that doesn't sound familiar to me at all. Bettye Swann. Okay, that was a good song. That was a good little song. Today I Started Loving You Again by Bettye Swann. And she's got a really great voice. I think if you're going to listen to Bettye Swann, look for something stripped down. I'd like to hear her and just like a guitar or something. She's got a really, really engaging voice. Next song, Rosalie, Sam Neely. You ever heard of Sam Neely? Me neither. That was straight trash. Rosalie by Sam Neely entered the charts at 79 and 79th place in the charts. And man, there is nothing good. You've heard this, a song just like this, 100,000 times. There must be a million songs like this from the 70s. This one is particularly bad. Like they were trying to capture a genuine spirit and failed in every single way. The production is horrendous. It sounds like somebody paid really good money for bad production and bad engineering. Nothing is balanced well. You know what? ROSALIE ain't good. It's not good. The next song is Don't Cross the River by America. Okay. Now, I mean, that was more what I think of rock and roll from the 1970s. It was very Eagles. It was very, you know, it had a 1970s rock vibe. There wasn't much to it. It's probably not going to be climbing the charts next week. Space Oddity by David Bowie enters the charts at number 71. Now, I don't know much about Bowie, except fame. And so I don't know if Space Oddity is the one that goes, this is ground control to Major Tom. I don't know how the David Bowie canon works. But here we go. First week on the charts. Okay, it was the ground control to Major Tom thing. And it's good. It's real good. It's a really, really good song. That goes wherever it wants to go. It's beautiful. I don't know. You can't take anything away from that. Like, that is quintessential 1970s. Go back and listen to this 1971 recording, because it's different than that remastered thing that we all hear on the radio. That's a good song. Okay. Entering the charts at 54, Roberta Flack, Killing Me Softly with His Song. We can all already hear that, right? I mean, that song is huge. Let's do it. Okay, that was dope. Killing Me Softly with His Song. Roberta Flack killed it. I mean, it's no wonder. It's no wonder that one's on the top of this list. Woo! I mean, everything about that is a killer. The intro, the outro, everything in the middle. Unbelievably good. Roberta Flack had it. That's the truth. All right. So, I think the debuts this week, pretty good. Killing Me Softly was a killer. Space Oddity was a killer. And then, you know, one of the boys, I could see you taking a listen to that just because there's some real foundational stuff in there. But, man, ROSALIE was really trash. And Dead Skunk is on par with Funny Face from a bad standpoint. So if you want to hear some real trash, Dead Skunk and ROSALIE. You know, you got to stay up on the trash too. Okay, these were the debuts this week, 50 years ago. Have a really good day.